Hello. Okay, let's see. Clean my glasses. I hate that you have no idea when I can't. Hello. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Every time I go to the Google Hangout thing, when I come back to YouTube, I'm on like a 20-second delay. Tremendously annoying. I don't understand why it's like that. Hi, Jennifer, Jill, JW, Cassandra, Greenhouse, Angelina, Chrisery, Debbie, Tammy, Jennifer, who else is here? Elizabeth, Tracy, Marcy, Alice, and then we have to go to the everyone else. Hi, Happy Bee Cakes and BB Princess. Okay, I'm going to answer some of you guys have been like sending me novels in the email, so I figured I'm going to go through some of those and answer some of the questions that you have, because a lot of you have questions, a lot of you have theories. You're going to town. Yeah, my husband just cooked. We made steak tonight, roasted asparagus, and what else did we have? And corn. And yeah, so we cooked. Jimmy just a little while ago cleaned out the the cast iron frying pan, put it away. Hello. Hi, Jennifer. I said hi, Jennifer. Leslie. I'm going to go to your emails now, so let me get them. Now, Charlene wanted me to check out the NK videos, because remember the thing is that people were saying, oh, it just cut off. Okay, hold on a minute. She just found me one. You just found this for me now, Charlene? Okay. One second, let me just see if this is. No, this is the 16th, Charlene, the one you gave me. Fairly certain this is the 16th. Because this one says first interview. Yeah. Okay, so just to clear it up, and I'm sure because these files came right from Weld County. It does cut off at that point. I verified it against the master file. I also went on to try to find one other video from the 17th on YouTube. I couldn't find one. If you can find one, please send it to me, or please screen it and see if it ends where the one that we have ends, because I can't find another one. Charlene just thought she found one, but it's the 16th that she found. So if someone can find it, please do, and either send it to me and let me know, or you know what, let me know what's going on here. I have a fan on over there. Okay, I hope that's not making a lot of noise. If it is, let me know. Okay, so let me get to the other email. So many emails. Let's see. Oh, and I know before I can't see what you guys are saying. This is so bad. I'm sorry. This is. Let me try to hold on. I'm gonna have to make a split screen, or I'm never gonna get anything done here. So while I'm checking the emails, I don't know what you're saying. Hold on a second. I can't. I've been battling with the software all day, and then I thought I found. And I did find something on my Microsoft that does it, but by the time I found it, it was too late to even try to get it set up. And now I'm just trying to open up a stupid second window here. But I know all about the forms, and the forms are being a pain. And all you can do now is if you can sign up on the one form, just sign up, and in the comments, just put whether it's if it's the book club, just put that in the comments, and I'll get the mailing list together and try to fix it tomorrow. It's just software, everything's not cooperating with me at all. So let's see here. All right, 1 second. I'm just going to try to pull you guys back up here so I can see your chat while I'm going through these emails and answering your questions. Okay, so I'm going to get to the chat now. I think I was there. Okay, so somebody said to me, I did, what did they say? I just saw something about that, about that NK thing. Someone said, I did send it to you and I just lost the comment. Hold on. What's happened? You're freaking yourself out on what? Okay, let's see here. You did send it to me. Oh, it does cut off in the same place? Okay, so that's what it is. They're all going to be the same, I guarantee you, because they are sent right from the county. So they either did it purposely or the machines malfunctioned. I don't know, but that's it. Okay, very good. And I don't have to worry about that. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. So let me go now. Along with that threat that I put up today, most of you guys listen to my threat, right? Your favorite thing about is the hummingbirds. Oh yes, I get a lot of hummingbirds. I have birds all year round. We have a lot of feeders out. Yep. I get hummingbirds. I have orioles. I have cardinals. Of course, chickadees. What are they? Red-winged blackbirds. It was awful, right? Your dog likes my voice, Cinnamon Hot. What threat? You'll have to go listen to it. You can't miss it. Go to my videos and you'll see my death threats. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, well, someone was like, oh my gosh, you've got to call this person. This person worked in the prison and she thinks that's, but it's not. It's not the prison in the background. I'll tell you what it is because Christina Nicole heard it too. He was listening. He was listening to the YouTube channel in the background, and you can hear me in the background. He's not in prison doing this. Believe me, he's not in prison doing this. Yeah, he sounds kind of, that's mentioned Canadian, but can I be nosy? Go ahead. About 5 hours. I get about 5 hours. Do you keep your house as spotless? No, believe me, I have a lot of other rooms that are not spotless. Hi, Mama. I see your color is black. Why? Have I been wearing a lot of black? Yesterday I had purple on. And the day before that, didn't I have blue on? And I think the day before that, I had that flowered hoodie. You think I wear a lot of black? Oh, you mean my color? Okay, I heard you. Sometimes it can feel that way. You're Canadian too. Did you hear it, Diane? Do you think it's a Canadian person that's doing that? It was the lighting. Yes, it was. I don't know what's going on. I think I had the auto white balance on, and it was just bad. Anybody remove the channel? Rename the channel. Oh, Insomniacs, the detectives. Yeah. You're okay. You didn't listen to it yet? All right, well, I'm going to go through these emails, but yeah, that's what I got. And then Rabbit, let me see here. Somebody sent me something about. All right, I'm just going to go through your questions here, Mike, because I've got so many. Okay, somebody sent something about Troy McCoy, okay? This is Kathy sending this about Troy McCoy. And she says, what is this? I don't know what this is, Kathy. I thought this was a question. I have no, oh, you're sending me a post that Troy made? Did you stalk him on Facebook? Okay, I guess she's, I don't know what this is. She's, Kathy, are you here to tell me what this is that you sent me here? I read it from @Kathy. Kathy, did you send me this thing on Troy McCoy? You did? Could you tell me what it is? Am I going to get in trouble reading this? What is this? Were you stalking him? No, Kathy, no, Dee Dee? No, you're not in trouble. You think he's going to need many years of therapy? Yeah. Well, think about, what about Tammy and Coder? They went to that recovery too. It was his post on Facebook on August 15th. Should I read it now? All right, let's see here. What you don't know can and will hurt you. Do you think a recluse spider in your covers is going to warn you? He's called a recluse for a reason. He is a secret. He is colored like dirt or carpet on purpose. Some of you right now sleeping with the enemy, but you just won't know until you get bit. But he's not evil like your partner or spouse. He only defends himself. The spouse can plot and wait to get the best bite while smiling at you. Be careful, friends. I know a couple of you that are not listening, and that spider is smiling. And then somebody said, geez, dude, you're freaking me out here. Do you think this is real? Are you sure this is really his post? Okay, so we did that email. Let's go back to another one here. What is this? I don't know. I don't know what, some of the stuff I get emailed, I don't know what it is. Okay, so let's see. We've got Christine said, some chat friends think CW had sex with SW the night of the murders. No, he did not. He hated her. She wouldn't just let him go. Hate proof. SW said he won't even touch me. Frankie Jr. said she slept on the couch. CW's narcissistic personality despised Shannon. Why can't she just end the marriage? Geez, I can end it, no problem. Yes, he was pissed. He did not have sex with her. Thank you, Julie. That's very sweet of you. Okay, so seems like Christine needed to get that off her chest. So I don't think he had sex with her either. I just, yeah, I just don't think, I think, because I think his story is bull. All right, but yeah, okay, so I'm not going to argue with that. Let's see, somebody else said, oh, that's about the book club form. Hold on. Oh, here we've got a novel here. Carly said, "You don't know me, but I watch you all the time." She said, "You don't know me, but I watch all your true crime channel on YouTube. I'm in Australia, and this case has consumed me for a few months now. Since I started watching more about it, I have watched a good chunk of info that is out there, but you would know a lot better than me. I have struggled to comprehend the whole thing because some things just don't add up. I was watching one of your lives the other day, and something hit me like a ton of bricks. This is going to be good. And I can't shake it. This is going to be really good. Really would mean a lot if I could get your opinion on the first impression on what has occurred to me. Okay. I'm wondering if this relationship with NK started a year prior and kicked into full gear when Shannon was away on her recent trips. NK wanted her life. She didn't want to be second best, right? No, she didn't want to be, no. What if the plan was NK was there that night? And reason being because they decided the only way they can have what they wanted would be if Shannon wasn't around. Okay? Okay. And also she said she would give him a son, didn't she? She said she'd like to give him a son, yeah. So maybe NK was there because the plan was to remove Shannon from the picture. Maybe she was there to watch the girls after he got rid of Shannon. But unfortunately, all went wrong. When Bella woke up and it all got out of hand, I think they were going to make her disappear, use her life insurance to sort the financial issues, and NK would help him eventually bring the girls up and give him the son he wants, and Shannon would no longer be an issue. They had not planned on Bella waking up. I speculate it maybe even NK smothered the girls, not him, after it all went wrong. This is why they ended up in tanks out on work site, because they didn't get the chance to think it all through. She was there to watch the girls while he got rid of Shannon. Well, that's the gist of my theory, and the interview with NK where she starts to choke up about the kids, etc., would be in line with this theory as well. She seemed cold through the rest of the interview, and if you watch it with this in mind, it seems to fit very well. Also seems to explain a lot of other things that don't add up. This, why they weren't prepared for the aftermath, because the plan got screwed up when Bella walked in and saw her mom either dead or dying. He's a narcissist and probably thought he and NK could pull this off and lived happily ever after and have no responsibility for Shannon disappearing, and NK was willing to take the girls on for this to all work out in their favor. This is driving me crazy. Please, I would like to know what you think, how this theory sits with you, knowing all you do about the case. I'm having trouble moving on from this, and it's kind of consuming me right now. Please, I would so very much appreciate if you could reply and let me know what you think. Even if it's a one-sentence reply, I'm hoping it will really help me to move forward. I love your channel. I love how you approach cases. I love your personality. I'm watching you sleep deprived the other night, and the other lady came on and was so intense, and you were like, whoa, oh, and then the chlamydia, LOL, 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 LOL. Okay, sincerely, Carly, all the way over in Australia. Okay, so Carly, I'm going to answer you here on camera. Maybe you're here, maybe you're not. Has she come on? I don't know. I don't know, Carly. I just don't think that, what would they have said though? My problem is, what would they have said, Carly? How would Shannon be gone and the girls be there? And then wouldn't the Rusaks want those girls? And the Rusaks would probably figure out something's up. I'm sad to say, I don't think she wanted those girls. I don't think she wanted those girls. And I think she had a real problem with those girls. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? That's what you thought too, Debbie? Well, I don't know about that, Ella. I'm sure there's a lot of people that cheat and still have a heart. I mean, it's not a good thing. I wouldn't, but I don't think they're totally, you know, devoid of like the way he is. He's just more than a cheater. You know, he's got so much more going on than being a cheater. The girls with Cramper style, yeah. I don't think she wanted them. Yeah, sorry, Carly. Hope that you can move on from this part, but I don't think she wanted them. Okay. I think she wanted to give him a son because you see, in her mind, he didn't have a son. You know, I know Shannon was probably all that, but in her mind, he didn't have a son. And that's the one thing she could have with a real first for him. Because even if he got rid of his daughters, he would have still had daughters before. And she knew that in her brain, even though she was trying to like wish that away, that it could, you know, be true that it would be first anyway. But the boy would have been the real first. And so, yeah, I don't think she wanted reminders of Shanann around like that. She wanted Dieter because, yeah, I do believe she wanted Dieter, and that's why Dieter lived. Because Dieter would have disappeared with all of them if they had the whole thing. He would have been, you know, gone too. The other lady, Boston, okay. We can have, yeah, Boston Rose will come back on. Yeah. I don't think she's here, is she? She's saying she wants to come back on right now? I don't know. I don't see her. Is she on? Deanna says, I think NK pushed him psychologically and the killing his family. I think he killed them because he couldn't stand the fact that Shanann would make everyone dislike him if he tried to divorce her. Jimmy Legs, I think they would have said that, you know, she just disappeared with the great kids, that she was freaked out about the divorce. She took everything, she left. I think they would have gotten rid of her car, the dog, they would have gotten rid of it, would have gone to NK's house, but they would have gotten rid of all that stuff after work. They probably would have set a fire because what the heck would he have brought a gas can there? And they would have taken her car and probably plunged it off those cliffs that Frank Rusak was talking about that you'd never find anybody off of, or into some lake. You know what I mean? And gone. Or who knows if they would light the car? I don't know. Drive it into somewhere and light it up. I don't know. But I think they'd get rid of her and they'd say, look, we don't know what the heck she did. He wasn't thinking things to that clearly. And I don't think he realized just how many friends she had and everything and how they were going to be watching her. I think Inca saw him. I think Inca saw him maybe at the Christmas party and set her sights on him. Did they have a Christmas? Oh, they had a Christmas party, but was she working there then? The basement holds the truth. Did you look at the dog video? There's a lot in the basement. Again, if you want to go through the dog video I just put up there. Okay, let me get another question here. Okay. Somebody wrote me that I'm writing you with some possible info about who might be doing this to you. A week ago, when you were discussing, thank you so much, Elise. Thank you. Glad to catch you tonight, Mommy. Thank you very much, Elise. When you were discussing issues on YouTube live chat, I was watching some of the comments. Someone, I don't know who, wrote that Elvis Travels is the one leaving you the messages. I don't know the guy, but he does have a channel on YouTube called Elvis Travels. I'm acquainted with the channel through the RV communities on YouTube, as his name implies. He is an Elvis impersonator and travels around extensively. through another YouTube channel who deals quite a bit with Elvis. He has some severe personality issues. He causes lots of trouble wherever he goes. So he does have a YouTube channel. You can go over there and have a listen to see if the voice matches. I don't know. By the way, I am a retired law enforcement officer from Florida. Oh, okay, well then you'll have to come on a show for us. Tell us about the cases that you've been. So we have a lot of law enforcement on here, you know that? Law enforcement, private detectives, stuff like that. As soon as I get everything worked out, we can have a lot of good guests. Okay, so anybody know anything about this Elvis Travels? Anybody hear about this guy? I've never heard of this guy in my life. But the guy that called me didn't sound like Elvis. Right? I highly, I don't know. Did anybody see anything about Elvis Travels in the comments? Morning, Casper. Wait, Elvis Travels is a nutcase, Anya? How come I've never heard of him? You haven't? You have kookaburras and parrots? Elvis, you've never seen him? No. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going through emails, Cynthia. Somebody said that. I don't know. They thought that he was leaving the death threats. This guy doesn't sound like Elvis. Elvis is a lot of things, but he isn't one to call random channel people. He's too lazy and to do much but sit in his van and get his taxes paid. He's hated by trolls, and they will start. Okay, ignore it. All right, Ash. Okay. All right. It would probably be less threatening to me if it was an Elvis impersonator. You know, I don't know. You heard of him, of course. Well, I have not heard of him, Mona, at all. So I don't. I've heard of him because I'm the strange one who knows something about everyone. You do know, Mona? You know something about everyone? Wow. It's kind of scary, Mona. Okay. All right, so let me go to the next one. Now everybody's thinking, what does Mona know about them? Everybody's like, what does Mona know about me? Okay, did I answer this one? Oh, Christine says, dear mommy, the Watts house and all your info and videos. I like detailed accounts of a story. A big thank you for your work. You're welcome, Christine. You're going to go look at Elvis? You go ahead, Deanna. You match him up. I'll take your word for it. Tell me. The rest of you are wondering what Mona knows about you, aren't you? What can Mona know about me? Okay. Let's see. What else? What other kind of... This is a good way for me to answer my mail. Hi, back to you, Meg. Maybe she does, Sammy. Okay, here's one from Wendy. Remember when Chris was saying something about NK, asking him weird questions like, what's the name of his dog, and random stuff like that? What's the name of her dog? Yeah. What was that all about? Why was she testing who was on the line? She couldn't recognize his voice. Yes, I know you've been over this a million times, but I don't catch everything on the first go round. Slow learner, I guess. Okay. All right, Wendy, it was because I think it was by text, and maybe she thought he was going to be caught and then the police were going to trick her. But again, if you don't have anything you're guilty about, right? Why would you even think that way? What are you going to be tricked at? What could you give if you're not guilty and you didn't do anything? So it doesn't make any sense. Denise, have I de-doxed? What does that mean, de-doxed? De-doxed what? What are you talking about? So I think that, again, that just speaks to something that someone that's guilty. She does have a criminal nerdy. She is criminally paranoid, because even the things she says with him, you know, parking the truck down the street, like, just, she thinks of things that a lot of people wouldn't think about. So yeah, I think, yeah, a regular person wouldn't be concerned with that if they were innocent. So what if the police arrested him and texted her? What could she, you know, if you're innocent, how can you incriminate yourself? That doesn't make any sense. Like, this should all be like red flag city. She's guilty by her absence. I want to clear my name so I can have a life. She never will. That's right. Yeah, right, Casper. And to delete everything, yeah. And she didn't just tell Charlotte. She told all of her friends. And then remember, she had that little speech. She called everybody and she said, listen, I can't say much, but I'm safe. I'm not in any trouble. I haven't been arrested. Do you remember that whole thing that she put out there to her friends on social media? That was crazy. Can you imagine getting a call from your friend like that? Just delete everything on your, just delete everything about me, please. I'm not in any trouble though. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, you could see, you could, like, yeah, no, I believe that. But in this case, I don't think that was anything like that. And you wouldn't think about that. I don't even think your mind would even go there. You checked Elvis out and he's creepy as hell? Huh. So then he must not look like an Elvis impersonator, right? I said I had something about everyone. I did not say I know something. Oh, simmer down. Okay, I'm simmering. I'm simmering, Mona. Oh, everything. I'm sorry, Mona. My eyes sometimes, I have an eye doctor appointment. I thought you said, I don't know. Look like everyone, but okay, don't worry about it. Who's shady as all get out? Elvis is shady as all get out? Really? Did anybody listen to his voice though? Okay, so let's go to the next question. Hi, Carolyn. This is from Laura. I fell asleep before the chat ended last night. How could you, Laura? I went out to, what is MI? She went out to MI. What is MI? Does anybody know what IMI is? Am I missing something? With the grandkids, to dirt bike ride. What is MI? Anybody know what that is? I took a few videos. I tried to talk the kids into digging a hole, but they said it was too creepy. I'll send the pictures in and videos in another email. The blue dot is our location. I tagged the turnoff for Survey on the other map. Oh, she was by Survey. I love your chats. Thanks, Laura. Yeah, I don't know if she sent me the other thing, that Elvis Travels is anything yet. No, it's IMI. IMI. There's an I, Cheryl, before that. And she's in Colorado. Hi, Wildlife. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Whoops, oh, my mail's going crazy. Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay, hang on, hang on. Oh, Charlene, I didn't know what Charlene was sending me here at all. Hang on for a minute. Am I frozen? Oh, shoot, guys, wait a second. I lost my video. Hang on. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, scary. All right. You love being in this crime chat family? Yeah. Takes more special breed. Takes some people can't understand this. IMI is a motocross complex in Brighton, Colorado. Good. Very good, Brandy. Thank you. I might be mental. Okay, Amy. You're still in good company. Someone sounds like something my mom would have done with my kids when they were younger. Yeah. What'd you do today with the kids? Not, we were digging a hole yeah. I was just taking pictures and timing them. It's really not about anything. Whatever happened? Oh, we had somebody going to Jim's house. Yeah, is she here tonight? Does anybody remember who that was? We had two people actually that said they lived in that area. Who was that? Nobody remembers? Ow. Shut that fan on. It's trying. Okay. Nobody remembers who that was? Is she here tonight? Is she gracing us with her presence? Okay. Is she, I have to check my other email because some of you still write to the mommy ramblings. Let's see here. And in fact, a great deal of you still right there. Here's Megan. Let's see. Oh, I did request that. Oh, good, I did. Nothing. Publicist telling me I missed something that I didn't. Okay. Hold on, let me get the other email. Oh, here we go. See, I hate coming into this one because there's so much in here that everything gets lost when I know that Okay, here's something I wanted to discuss. Now, this is from Dylan. Hi, Carolyn. Can we make a list of our evidence? See, this is an assignment. Can we make a list of our evidence that NK is guilty of being involved? Oh, Boston Bleach Teeth is here. Hello, Boston Bleach Teeth. Have everyone contribute to the list and have them provide the source to each of them. See, I think we all like assignments. Okay. Are you following this now? Because you're going to have to see if you want to do this, okay? So let's go over. Can we make a list of our evidence that NK is guilty of being involved? And I know those of you that are saying, well, I don't think she's guilty. Then you would do the opposite. You'd make a list of your evidence that she's not involved. Have everyone contribute to the list and have them provide the source to each. Have people submit them to me, and then I create a master list, and then go live with it and see if more people have contributions to the list. If it's taken from the investigation, then I don't think it can be considered slander, and it can be stated that it's opinion. For example, facts stated in investigation blank, viewer spin on it blank. I think it would be therapeutic for everyone, and it would pull together everyone's thoughts on why they think she was involved. I would like to see the list, and maybe we can even submit it to the CBI. What do you think? Please excuse me butting in, but I want you to know I have no idea what. You have no idea what? What, April Jane? You have no idea what? Good night, Denise. Chris Watts definitely had dentures or costume teeth? What do you mean? What are costume teeth? There. So what about this? Is this something you guys want to do or not? I need a yay or a nay on it right now. Are you asking me? If I'm being serious? I'm listening to you guys. I create content for you. So this is someone saying they want to do this. You think it's a good idea? Yeah? Okay. All right. So then you've got it down, what you have to do now. She wants you to go through the materials we have, but you've got to do it the right way, though. This is the way she said. You've got to get a fact stated. It's got to be factual, something she said or something she did, and then, you know, and why you feel that that makes her guilty, okay? All right. Start sending them to me. Make sure you put NK project in the subject so I can easily get them to create this master chart that Dylan wants to see, okay? Oh my husband will think we are nuts. He gave me a hard time about the blood on the comforter, that we might be able to help solve something with all of our eyes. Well, Kathy, won't you prove him wrong one of these days? Oh my goodness, yes, I noticed that too, Mary Lynn. He really thought he was tried right there. His hands on his hand like that. He was busted and ready for cuffs. What's with the strange teeth? That seems to have disappeared by the time he was in court. Cinnamon Hot, what strange teeth? I need to know more. Everyone is thinking the master bedroom sheets were pulled off because that's where he murdered her, but I think they were pulled off to get rid of NK's DNA. It's a great idea, but I actually don't have anything to contribute. Then you can just sit back, you don't have any assignments, and then you can just listen to everyone else then. Good feeling, not that. I'd love to do it, but I have no time. I really don't. Okay, Karen, you can weigh in at the end. My husband thinks we're all nuts too. I think my husband thinks I'm nuts, but for other reasons. My guy keeps asking me, who's that lady you're always talking to? LOL, it's mommy. My daughter thinks I'm crazy. She said, that's why I laughed when someone said something about, did she call him threat? Like as if she's like really pulling for the channel, or like she's watching, or she's thinking like, oh, I better get, my daughter could care less. And then she goes to me today because I said something and she says, oh, Mom, please tell me you're not going to go like conspiracy theory on me. And I said, no, I'm not. You know, I'm factual. Okay, all right, because if you go in that direction, I'm going to have to intervene. So yeah, your husband knows you're nuts. Yeah. Where did Boston go? Mauve, Boston is looking for you like crazy. Mauve Ivy. Your boyfriend doesn't understand. He thinks for sure I get enough of criminal law kick at your day job. Yeah. I think they both had their teeth whitened. Remember those people on Wife Swap? Did you ever watch Wife Swap and they had their teeth whitened and they would only drink their coffee through straws? You ever watch that one? They were a weird bunch, you know? Very weird. And they're like, why are you drinking through straws? And they're like, we just paid so much to have our teeth whitened. We don't want to stain them with the coffee. Finalizing their plans, probably soon. Remember that? They were bizarre. Can you imagine doing that in front of people? My kid hears me laughing while watching and sometimes comes in and says, are you on the phone? I say, no, I'm watching Carolyn. Kate with H, she drank the coffee out of a straw too? What? I remember a lot of things about her, but I don't remember that straw coffee. Hold up, he had no teeth in court? I need to see that too, please. Who's saying he had no teeth in court? He was very tanned, I think. Yeah, he's not part Cherokee. She was probably trying to throw, what's her name, off the track. Just kidding, right, Julie? Your daughter, who's 28 days old, knows my voice? Wow, Jenna. Were you pregnant watching us? They talk about CW's white horse teeth? I'm going to have to check that out, Sammy. I'm not straw coffee, right? You having your straw coffee or straw tea? I don't know, Nazi, but they did. It's horrible to drink coffee with a straw, right? Why even have it? Okay, so let's see if anybody else has emails in this one before we go back to the next one. Okay, so the assignment is on, so remember that. Okay, here's another one. Hold on. What is this? Oh, okay. See, that's something for the blog. Okay. I saw collaboration and I'm like, oh, somebody's really, and then it was filming for the blog. Sign up list. Yeah, it doesn't work, right? Please let me know when you get the sign up list. Okay, this is our D Clue Girl. So you said, please let me know when you get the sign up list created. It's created there, but it's actually one list. You could just go there and just, for you, it's the right list. If you wanted book club, just put book club in the comments and I'll move them out until I get things squared away. I'm having like a software nervous breakdown, but that's okay. You need instructions on how to use your computer. Yeah, I'm going to figure out what we're going to do because we might have to get Zoom. I'll figure it out in the next couple of days, I promise. And I know before you get on me that I didn't upload the chapter today. I know that. I got stuck in this stupid software rabbit hole. Looking forward, I'm going to try to do it later. Looking forward to participating. Okay. Yes, I need to make sure I am presentable. You can't be the only pretty one on the screen. Okay, have you seen me? Half the time I look like I need to go to a special school. Okay. All right, so D Clue Girl. We're all good then on that. You can go just fill up, and then I should have an update on the software, you know. I mean, if worst comes to worst, it's the Google and Boston Bleach Teeth gets on it just fine. So, you know, she'll be fine. Thanks, Jen. Okay, let's see who else is here. Do you notice, is anybody getting emails from Vivint Security Systems? I've started getting emails from Vivint Security Systems, you know, like phishing emails. I'm starting to get quite a lot of them. Okay, here's another one. Here, this is from Rebecca. Rebecca said, could this be Jim? Keep him out of it. Nikki said she was always in Canada and traveling. Her father said they had known Jim for years. His company seems to be affiliated with Anadarko. She may not have wanted him to know about her skanky ways. I watch her YouTube, but don't have an account to comment. You watch the YouTube, but you don't have an account? Can you do that without me? You should get an account. You know that, Rebecca? Because you should get an account. So then you could comment. You could talk. Okay. So she gave me this this website that I'm going to right now. No, that, yeah. I wish I could show, oh, I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link and I'm going to have you guys look and I'm going to have you guys look and see what you think. Okay, that's a good idea. Hold on. Here, you guys look and you tell me if this is our gym. Oh, the chat is too, okay, let me try to, hold on. Let me go back and I will try to slow the chat down. Hang tight for 1 second and I will go back at the other screen. I forgot to make the chat slow. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to go do that now. Slow the chat down. We go here. Settings. I know where I have to go. Never mind. I have to go to the other, hold on. I'm slowing the chat down, so that'll give you all time to look at that, and I'll be right back. Oh boy. YouTube is doing this new beta thing instead of the creative thing. Oh, it's horrible. It's awful. You know, I know why, because I used the beta stupid studio to come on, and that's why it didn't. Here, let me try to fix it over here. Where's my slow chat? Oh my gosh. I don't think this stupid beta additional options. Are you kidding me? Wow, let me go back to, this is so silly. Well, that's something I'm going to talk to YouTube about. With this stupid beta studio, you can't do that. Yeah, which one? Because something is harder to use, so you get a little thing to fill out. Yeah. Don't fix what isn't broken. You should have fixed other things, YouTube. Take me back. Yeah, see, look at right now I can enable slow mode. See? That is horrible. Okay, I'm going to put it at 40 because you guys are complaining so much and I have no idea how many people are in the room, so I'm just going to put it at 40 instead of 45. All right. Now I'll go back and see what you thought about Jim. Okay, slow mode's on. You watched how you make a caramel cake, but don't know where I get the mold. Oh, Perla, it's just the, I'm going to show you how to make another one too, because I don't even use the bottom of the pan. And you know how I have the bottom of the cheesecake pan? It's a cheesecake pan. It's not Jim, right? Okay, we're good. It's not Jim. Who asked me about Jim? Rebecca, not Jim. the bottom of the cheesecake pan, I take it out now and I put it on one of those Wilton cake circles, and it's much easier because you don't have to worry about cutting on that. I've really come a long way since that time. You're going to be very impressed when you see me do it again. You're going to learn a lot of tricks and shortcuts that I've learned along the way. Okay. And always use a stabilized whipping cream. Just put like, I think it's what, 1.5 or 2 teaspoons of an unflavored gelatin into it, and then it's great. Don't ever over whip it. Okay. He had teeth in court. I don't know what you guys are. I'm going to have to get you guys are going to have to fill me in on the teeth. Okay, because I don't know what you're talking about with teeth. All right, let me see if there's any other emails in this one before I go back. Book club, yay! I got that, okay. I'm still here. I haven't fallen asleep. That would be really bad if somebody fell asleep during a live. Okay, here we go. We got something from Paula. Hold on, Paula's sending me pictures here. I have to take a look. Paula's sending me a picture of a blue glove under the bed. Why can't I make this bigger, Paul? Hold on. Yeah, somebody did mention that in one of my videos, and I thought they were nuts, but there appears to be a blue nitrile glove under the master bedroom. And then let me see. You've written me another one. Okay, Paula, I agree. There definitely appears to be a blue nitrile glove under there. Okay, let me see here. See if I got anybody else. Oh, here we go. We have some. Okay. All right, so Kathy says, seriously though, oh, she thought Kathy is the one that assumed she was blocked because she was making all these astute comments and nobody was responding to them. But seriously though, and she put a smiling face, laughing with tears. I want to thank you for all the work you've done for your channel. It's the first one ever I've subscribed to, although I feel special then. I had rotator cuff surgery a few months ago, and it's been impossible to sleep many nights. Finding a channel that suited my interests has been a godsend to me. That could be a slogan. True Crime with Mommy Ramblings. We're here for you when surgery has you feeling uncomfortable and you can't sleep. And I have passed your information on to several friends who are amateur sleuths like myself. I remember years ago when we all stood in line for the opening of a new bookstore in Houston called Murder by the Book. Thanks for your channel. You rated this. Thank you, Kathy. Okay. I can't see your comments yet because I'm just trying to get through to see if there's anything else here before I go to the other one. Oh, I told you. Okay, Mystery Ninja is the one that drove by the Watts house for us. She was formerly known as Love Mystery, and she was the one that her auto-corrected that she had a dashboard instead of a dachshund. But she lives 10 minutes from the Watts house, and she drove by. I think I told you this, but I don't know if I remembered it all. So she said, the front of the house, the shrine is gone, the lawn is dead, 2 notices on the door, and 3 stuffed bunnies on the porch. Back of the house, all kids' toys, still under the stairs, like in the body cam footage. The play structure still there, sliding glass door covered up. Kitchen window curtains still hung. Neighborhood observations. The house is literally at the end of a cross street and is much larger than the neighboring house. The homes are more close together than it seems on footage. Most neighbors park in the driveway. Also, lots of activity on other blocks, dog walking, children playing, etc. Saratoga Trail is very quiet, and the energy is rather bleak. No for sale signs up anywhere. Nate's truck is still in his driveway. Behind the house now has a set of duplexes or condos with their driveways facing the backyard of the house. The road behind the condos is unfinished, and we had to do a 3-point turn to exit. Way too obvious. LOL. I didn't check if the blue stool was still there by the fence. I was full of emotion and also paranoid a neighbor was going to see me. I'm sure they're tired of the activity. Anyway, if you would like, I'm glad to do another drive-by, or you have any observations you'd like to check out. Okay, so let me see if anybody else has anybody else need her to go by that house anymore? Where is this GYA? What is this GYA? What is GYA? I've been out, so I haven't seen your chat. What about this? Anybody need her to do another drive-by, or she's good to go with this? Check. Nerdia needs you to check if Betty's car is red. If you have any inkling to go do that, if you could try to see that. Oh, don't drive by the house. Other people live on that street. Okay, Cassandra, I'm sure no cars go up and down the street either. Okay. Who went into that house? Post the evidence. Police attended. Lights on in garage. All doors secure. Nate's footage picked up woman going to door but not leaving. Black car outside. Summer, I have no idea what you're talking about. That drive-by was just the other day, Kim. Just the other day. I don't need her to do another drive-by, but while she's out, could she pick me up a pizza? I'm hungry. I don't know, Angela. Drive-by. Hi. Who said they are from Saskatchewan? Who's from Saskatchewan? Right now, she's teaching a criminal. Okay. I really spoil you? Okay. What are the proofs that CW kills his wife and daughters? Right now, the assignment is about NK, but now you're adding another assignment? Now we have a road monitor. I know. I'm sure. Did you see the admonishments I got as if I made those videos today with the people's information? And I just want to point out, in case any of those comment monitors are in the chat tonight, those videos have been released since December 6th. And you know what? They were released by the district attorney's office. And you know what? They were released after they redacted all the information that they wanted to from them. And guess what? I was not the first person to post them. And guess what? They've been out for months. So my video coming out today for our research, for our stockpiling of our research playlist, is not going to make a bag of beans of difference, because their information has been out since December 6th. And I bet you they've already changed their phone numbers. Okay, so not my fault, I didn't do it. But I got some comments as if I did it. And then we got the fake unsubscribe. I love the fake unsubscribe. She said, Of course I know that. And since you thought I was so naive, I'm just going to unsubscribe from your channel right now. So she doesn't know that I can check, and she was never subscribed. So then I came back and wrote a comment and said, oh, it's okay. I'll block you because you're not subscribed. And this way you won't be able to do a fake unsubscribe again. I love the fake unsubscribe. They think they're so powerful with that. Like, I don't know what they expect. Like, that you just go, no, please stay, please stay. You know, somebody that hates, that leaves a comment like that. Well, what did you say about me? You said that I'm doxing. So, you know, I mean, come on, please. Craziness. Okay. The fake unsubscribe. That sounds like a Seinfeld thing. She's going to do the fake unsubscribe? Yep. Never even been to a chat? Never. You're right, Sheila. I figured that out. That's why it is. That's seriously why it is. I think those drama channels are saying, how are they? It's like the Who's down in Whoville. Remember the Who's down in Whoville? They were happy, even without the whole Christmas coming, you know, all the materialistics. They were still happy down in Whoville. And I think that's how they look at us. They go like this, how are they happy down there with no drama? They don't have to do this drama? No. She doesn't have to come on there and be like, you know what, F you, get out of here, Black Rose, get her out of here. I don't have to do that. They don't like that? No, they don't like to be talked to like that. Oh, they actually have good relationships with each other? Yeah. They're like a bunch of friends, really. And they're planning? Yeah. I don't understand. I think it's baffling to them. I'm serious. That has to be what it is. They don't understand it because they think drama, 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 drama is good. Ugh. And I think they're going out of their minds. Because I keep hearing comments like, they were there on a live looking at stuff, and they're all looking at stuff, and they're going over that case again. I know, Kay, they can't figure it out. So that's what's bothering them, because we're like the Who's down in Whoville that are still happy, even though we didn't have the material Christmas. Okay, I did figure that out today. You're celebrating your grandson's 23rd? Oh, who is? Oh, Peggy Johnson is? Happy birthday to your grandson. Bunch of intelligent people, right? I love when they try to tell you how to run your channel somewhere. Cheeky monkeys. Yeah, but you know, and it was only the ones whose names you've never seen say, oh, like, and then doxing them. I love it. Yeah, you're right, Terry. I don't know how anybody likes that. I don't know, but I guess there are people that thrive on that. Anyway, let's see. So I don't know, on Mystery Ninja, I guess if you happen to be that way again, if Betty's car is red, but you know, that's all that I see right now. I haven't seen anybody else. It's a really good group of people, and here it is. We are, and they can't handle it. Okay. Cheeky monkeys. You all know Casbot has a channel, right? You all should go say hello to Casbot. What's your channel? It's just Casbot, right? You should put your channel. You can put your channel. Now, let's see. Tiffany is not there. Okay, Mystery Ninja. Hold on, I got it. Okay, we got that. Is the woman from Milwaukee here today? That sounds like something. Do we have the woman from Milwaukee here today? This sounds like some game show or something. Mommy and the Who's. I know. Okay. All right, I'm going to go, let me see. Bacon dumplings. Oh, I think I've got one here. Oh, here, what is this one? You guys, I told you that Shannon's wallet was something called Jeweled and Fabulous. Remember, we couldn't figure that was. We love our weak community. Yeah, there's no drama in it. We don't need drama. We come here to escape the drama. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to my Gmail. Let's see here. But I get too stressed out looking at my blog one because I see things that I needed to do. Okay, let me go back to my. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm just trying to get the mail up here. Just going to Oh, okay, wait, we've got something here. Sharon said, I'm thinking CW may have planned to reply to friends of Shannon, why am I saying Shannon? Shannon from her cell phone in order to have more time to complete, because I saw Sharon, you see that? I got all messed up. Okay, it is from Sharon and it's about Shannon's cell phone. To have more time to complete this plan, but remember Shannon changed the entry code to her cell phone unbeknownst to CW. Remember when they found her cell phone on the sofa? Nicole Atkinson had to tell him the new code. And actually, I think it was from Cassie on the phone with Nicole Atkinson who told the code. And why did Shannon change it? Did she have some kind of intuition or premonition? This is one of the many things that nags at me. Okay, so we have a nagging question. That could be something, right? Could he, maybe he wanted to reply and he didn't know the password? That's a very good point there. That was nagging at you. It's a very good point. What do you guys think? Because it's on slow now, so it's going to have to wait a minute. I think that's a very good point. So many questions, right? You think there's a connection with Trent because of maybe he did that to make her look like she wasn't the only one? Is that what you're saying? Something like that? That's a very good point, Deandra says. Yeah. Her phone code changed to more digits. No, she changed the password while she was in Arizona. Maybe she just updated her phone, Brandy said. No, but the password wouldn't change. Yes, I'm sure the phone password being changed pissed CW or NK off. Good point. Excellent point, Kathy Ann said. It's nagging at Sharon that Shannon, she thinks that maybe CW got, you know, a wrench, what is it? What is it? The wrench, the monkey wrench? What is it? The monkey wrench? Maybe he got the monkey wrench. The wrench thrown into his, is it the wrench thrown into your plans? What is that? What is that saying? The monkey wrench? Got a wrench thrown into his plans? I don't know, whatever, but something not good. Then when he tried to maybe message her friends to say something like, I'm really not feeling well, I'm going to sleep in tomorrow, whatever, he couldn't get into her phone. The monkey wrench, Joan? Okay. I feel there's still something like a wrench thrown into something. Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Threw a wrench into their plans. Yeah, Shannon. Got the monkey in there too. If they throw a monkey wrench into your plans, then you're really screwed. The monkey wrench. You hate to throw a monkey wrench into your plan. Yeah. So that's a good point. See, we can find good points there. So yeah, that could be a monkey with a wrench that was thrown into his plans. Good one, Sharon. Thanks. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Oh, Charlene wants me to listen to some things. Do that later. Let's see here. Victoria has an interesting cold case. Was thought to be a murder-suicide 2 days apart, but had surprising plot. Took her 9 months with the coroner in the court, but she won the family $90,000 in additional insurance money and cleared a name and the stigma that came along with it. Oh, is that what you want to talk about, Victoria? What do you think? I think Victoria, yeah, Victoria, that's a cold case that Victoria worked. So I think she wants to cut. That sounds good. That sounds good, Victoria. Yeah. Let's see what this is. Oh boy, this is a big one. Tara. Okay, let's see what you're saying here, Tara. I've got to make I have a split screen and it's too big for Tara's email here. Okay, here we go. This is a long email here. Just wanted to comment on the messages you received about your daughter. There's an expression about how the better you're doing, the more haters come out of the woodwork. That's totally you. Seems you've been being attacked pretty hard lately. I'm so sorry for that. Thanks, Tara. It is because you're awesome, your content and your community. You've really created a wonderful mind-expanding community where people stick together and intelligently review true crime cases. That we do. Right? It's a unique and beautiful thing. Don't let the bastards get you down. Never, Tara. We will not let them get us down. In this email, there's a serial killer case I'm obsessed with because it's unusual and one of the scariest killers we've ever had. Oh boy. Israel Keys, is that his name? He was a methodical ex-military killer who stashed kill kits all over the country. And for most of his career, he traveled many states away to make his kills. So the authorities never caught on. And when they finally did, they were only able to identify some of his victims. We have many hours of FBI video interrogations released via FOIA, but Keys killed himself before they could really get anything out of him. There's a book coming out about it in July, and I'm really excitedly waiting for that. The author has been fighting with the U.S. Attorney's Office in court to release info on Keys, which really makes you wonder, what are they still hiding? Why are they still hiding info on him? There's no ongoing investigation. He's dead. But there are still victims out there. You think they want the public's help? Your brand of thoroughness would be a great addition to the case. Even if you just want to add this new release to the book club and leave it at that. The case needs more attention, I think. He was a totally different brand of killer. I'm in the psych field, and Keys has always baffled me, a psychopath who did everything to protect his daughter when in custody, wanted no media attention. Very odd for these guys. Sorry for the long email. Here's a link to the book by Maureen Callahan, release date July 2nd. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you, Tara. So, okay, you guys know about this one? You're shaking in your boots listening to that? I should do audiobooks. Okay. Christina, so hostile. You need some ice cream, honey. Okay. Withhold. He might have killed Maury Murray. You. Okay. So me too. I wish I had subtitles, but I still don't know if I would have picked up what the investigators. Okay. So yeah, I think at the very least, Tara, we could pencil that into the book club for summer read. That's such a lovely summer read. What are you reading? Oh, I'm reading something. That's nice, right? Then the people at the beach or at the lake and probably pick up their chairs and move away from you. That lady is crazy. Okay. A winter read. Yeah. Well, it'll probably be in the fall, maybe by the time we get to it, but it's kind of dark, so we have to read it in the winter. Though when we'd get more depressed, right? Because with the sun, it's probably better to read something dark in the summer where it's light out. You can go out in the light, right? Not a beach read, Laura. Okay. Oh, good night, Kelly Finale. So, all right. So I'll put that down. Let's see who else we have here. They didn't find the baby Amaya yet, right? Charlene would have told me. She tells me everything. Anybody hear anything new about baby Amaya? What did you read on your Kindle book? No, nothing, Charlene. Okay. All right, let's see who else we have here. All right, this is from Andrea. I watched the various searches of the Watts house by the police. I noticed that there are 2 motion detectors in the house that are probably part of the Vivian system. Yeah, they are. One detector is on a wall in the living room and the other is in the basement, near the steps. Motion detectors can't be turned off by the homeowner. If there was another person in the house, in the early hours of August 13th, there would be a record of the various activations of these detectors in the morning station used by Vivint. I wonder why this info has not been looked into. Andrea, how do you know they can't be turned off? You can disarm the system. If you disarm the system, the motion detectors won't go on. If you disarm the system, I don't know why you think you can't disarm it. You can. If you couldn't disarm it, you'd be in trouble if you have. Hello, I'm not Carolyn. Oh, is Boston Bleach? I said hello to, is she giving me a hard time? Boston, I said hello to you the minute you walked in the room. I think Chris took the clothes they found by the river were hers, and they were bloody. Ugh, really? It's easy as pie to disarm it. I know. You can't disarm the sensors according to, okay. But you know what, little pink slip? I think you have to check the manufacturer and maybe even call an alarm company. I've never known an alarm system that you cannot disarm the motion detectors. Never known one. You remember reading an article. Can't, I don't know what that means. One of the motion detectors were on and people were in and out of the house. Arrow says, but when the cops were searching the house on day 1, the motion detectors were on and people were in and out of that house. I heard you, Carolyn, but BBT hadn't. BBT? Oh, Boston Bleach Teeth? So I thought I'd say it. Oh, okay. Cinnamon Hot Hot. Is this a Jenny on YouTube? A Jenny? What did Cinnamon Hot Hot say? Have you heard this Jenny chick? Sometimes mommy just uses her romper room mirror. Yeah, I have to now. You know, it's a lot of people. I say hello and I see you too. Cinnamon Hot Hot. Yes, ma'am. Okay, CW made several calls to the security. Yeah, because they said that the garage door or something was wrong, but he lied. He said he was on. Shannon called. He said he was on the phone with Vivint, but he was lying. He was either on the phone with NK, and he told her he was on with Vivint. He totally lied. He's a liar. Okay, just in case you didn't know, he lies. Mr. Truth Teller. Now the chat. Okay, there we go. You're listening while you get your kids clarity ready for school. Oh my goodness. It's that time already over there. Huh? Jenny on the block, and yes, I think she changes names. Like, who would do that? Weirdo. I know, I don't know Boston Bleach Teeth, who used to be Rose Spray. I really can't picture you a Rose Spray. I don't want to be graphic, but as strong as he was, do you know how hard it would be to carry a dead body to the car? Why is that, Charlene? Why couldn't he just throw it over his shoulder like a, I don't, like, and has anybody really carried a dead body, or is that something we just say? Like, you go, oh, a dead body, that's a lot of dead. But has anybody really, thankfully, hopefully no, has not had to carry a dead body of an adult person out to the car? But is it just one of these things that we just say? Does anybody truly, you have, okay, is this anything that you still are being investigated for, or you've been cleared before you let us know? In your arms. Okay, Charlene, I'm sorry to hear that. Deadly true, okay. You have high? An adult dead body high? High, were you able to carry it? Could Chris carry her? Could he throw her over his shoulder and carry her out to the car? Do you notice he gets access to whatever he wants in prison? He knew all about the Heidi Schloss case. Oh, you mean the Jamie, now you threw me off with that. It's the same last name as the other girl that was taken. I know who you mean, Jamie. Yeah, I know. No, I think he gets phone calls from his parents probably, and he probably knows about that one from the guys there, because they talk about who's coming over. You know, they're getting ready for that guy to come over, and he probably likes that guy's coming over, because that's another guy that, you know, they could beat up instead of him, right? Your friend died in the creek. Oh my goodness. Yikes, that's sorry to hear that. But hi, not to be, yeah, I mean, you had two issues there then, right? Because he had a lot of probably water, you know, so that made him heavier too, right? Jamie Kloss, yeah. The other one was what was the other girl? No, Peggy, right? What was the other little girl that out in California, right? Was it? She was a Kloss too, right? Was it Peggy? That wasn't Peggy. That doesn't sound right. Who was the little girl? He pled guilty today regarding the Kloss case. Also, he should be going over to Chris. Yeah. On Nate's security camera, he appears to be dragging her while he walked backwards. You know, here's what I don't understand. How could he drag her like that? I mean, the sheet does have a rip in it, I think, or no, that's the, I just think dragging her, she would have had abrasions or something, all like on the, whatever the driveway was made of, its pavers over there, but they're rough, right? I mean, to drag somebody on it. Good night, Twisted True Crime. A 300-pound box is stable. When you die, all muscles stop and the arms and the legs hang. It's different. I see, Jenna. Okay, Polly. Yes, Polly. Yes. I knew it wasn't Peggy. It does look like Chris dragged. He had plastic bags on her feet. But then, if he had plastic bags on her feet and he was dragged, those plastic bags would be all ripped up. He'd have still had to lift her into the truck even if he dragged her, Clarity said. Were there post-mortem wounds? I mean, I didn't hear anything, I didn't read about anything major there. I mean, they would have said her, like, I think it would have been noted. NK helped load her. Seriously, what were you guys doing? Could this have been the stains on the sheets? No, the stains on the sheets at a core, those were the ones inside the house that never got there. There's only a sheet that matches those. I don't know whether, was it the fitted one or was it the flat one out in the field? Samantha ringing? What's a ringing? That would have been a big hassle. Good morning, Natalie. My friend bled when she was strangled to death. I don't want to be disgusting, Kelly, but where did she bleed from? Her eyes, nose, something like that, you mean? Her throat or something bled? He didn't really drag her that far, so I don't know. Fitted, I think, okay. Team Phoenix, are you listening? That sounds like a song. Team Phoenix, are you listening? Do you remember the song Tell Laura I Love Her? Tell Laura. Wasn't that the race car driver that died and those were his last words? I think so. He had her wrapped in a sheet. He could have had her over his shoulder. He couldn't have had her over his shoulder. She'd be seen in the door. He dragged her. Could he have dragged her in some type of a tote or something? Could he have dragged her in something like that? What about a tote with wheels? Could he have dragged her in something like that? We didn't see him put anything like a tote on a hand truck or anything, right? Would we have seen that if he wheeled? We would have seen the wheels go into the car, right? If he wheeled the tote out. No, I know Jack Wagner because, yeah, we won't get into Jack Wagner, but no, this was prior to Jack Wagner. I was with the Jack Wagner too. I can tell you, it wasn't Jack Wagner. The law said Shannon had no bruising, but her body suffered damage from being moved. Who said that, Hi? In the autopsy report? A wheelie bin. I was thinking like that. Could it have been one of those wheelie bins? Did he have time to do that? Did he draw? Oh my gosh, don't know, Kelly. He would no. That would no. I do that with laundry, though. I do. My husband can't take it. It comes down so bam. No, not good. Cadaver dogs didn't alert in the bedroom, did they? Mm-mm. Maybe he got her somewhere else in the house. Yeah, very possibly. Yeah. Tellurate. No, it's Laura. It's kind of sad because it's Carolina because it's the race car driver, right? He has a fiery crash, and I think they were supposed to get married or they were engaged, and his last words were, "Tell Laura I love her. Tell Laura I need her." Something like, yeah. And then those guys in those 70s songs, they always put into their songs when they were dying, and the women too. It's okay, go get. They slipped it in like, it's okay, go get married again. There was this Rocky. Everybody remember Rocky? Not, I don't mean Balboa. There was a song before that in the 70s about a woman that was dying. The 70s were a lot of tearjerkers about people dying of cancer. Brian's song. So that was a true story. But there were a lot of like movies always tell, yeah, my love for her will never die. But that was a big theme. That was a big theme throughout the 70s. Sunshine, anybody remember that movie Sunshine, where all those John Denver songs were playing in it? And that poor woman, she lost her leg to cancer. And then my sister had that album. She used to do these monologues. And I was a little kid, and that was so depressing. You're going to have to put your 2 cents in, Peggy. You put them in. You could put 4 in if you want, but I'll have to go afterward because it's just too painful. What happened? Your son lost down to 90 pounds. You've always been very strong. It took 2 of you nurses to pick him up when he passed. Wow, sorry to hear about your son, but to pick him up? I don't know. I mean, well, what could he have done? Then you can see he leaves the door open, and you can see him carrying her. You can see him make a jerk-up movement right before he gets to the truck. I would think you'd have to make more than just a jerk-up movement, cinnamon ha-ha, don't you? I mean, it would be like I think you'd have to make like, not to be 10 or 12 maneuvers. I mean, I don't know. I sometimes have to make that many maneuvers putting something in the car, but here's a good example. This is a very good example. I should have thought of this. I buy like 50-pound bags of birdseed, right? I've got to really think about it. And I've got to get myself psyched up when I take it like from the bottom of the shelf and then hurl it into the cart. Because that's like a lot of, and then when if I have to bring it out to check up with you, I have a little scanner, but when I try to put it in the back of my van, I have to get myself all psyched out. And then so I can try to get it in there in one time, but then I usually get it in and then I gotta flip it over. So that's 2 maneuvers on a 40-pound bag of birdseed. I don't know how you're going to do that in one maneuver. Men have extreme upper body strength. Yeah, and you're right, Victoria. He was working out like crazy, and he has it's very good upper body strength. You do the same thing. You have to, because you don't want to feel like a jerk in the store. Like you don't want to grab it and let it slip. So you've really got to psych yourself up, and I don't want anybody to help me when I'm out in the car. I don't want anybody to help me. I want to be able to do. I don't want somebody to be like, oh my gosh, she can't do that. It looks like Chris's face is pointed towards the house, and he's walking a little slower. I think that's when he's dragging Shannon by the underarms to the truck. I agree she was killed in the basement because there would be more DNA on the stairs. Maybe the sheets were missing because he had blood stains from loading her up. You can see that part being. You asked for help, Sharon? Other people usually ask me for help, especially short people. They're like, oh, could you get that on the top shelf? He dragged her down to the garage. And then he carried her from the garage to the car. It took him a few seconds, Nadia says. Okay. Mommy, trust me, let someone help you. You'll end up 3 hernia surgeries. Well, I like to stay in shape. So then I'm like, oh, look, I can do this. I can. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to mess it up, Kimberly. So I want to just make sure I got this. Didn't you see the film? Yeah, I did, but I'm 5'8". 5'8". Yes, he carried her from the garage. On the footage I saw, I was keeping track. He went in and back out on one, and then he went inside 2 times, and I figured it was a second person. And then he came back outside, and maybe I saw an edited version. I have the original versions. Do you want me to post the original version? It's very long, and you'll have to wait a long time, but I can post it in its entirety without anything. I'll post it just as it comes out of the file if you want it. Do you want it? Let me know. I'll post it. You thought I was small? You mean shorty? No, I'm a tall. I know this is going to sound weird, but I watched a lady say something about black gloves. Black gloves don't, you mean that he was wearing them? I don't know. Staying in shape is so much easier than getting, right? Please do. You want me to post that, Joan? It's going to be very long. We're going to get Joan, and then you're going to have to man the comments when somebody says, why are you posting this again? Okay, so yeah, you just take care of that comment duty. Okay. You want me to do that, Casbot? Okay. It's very long. Like you'll see, if the real thing is very long. The entire thing is very long. Like it's get some popcorn and stuff because there's a lot of time span with like nothing happening. Okay. All right, I'll post it. You are on comment duty because the peanut gallery is going to come out for that one. Oh my gosh. I think she's ripping off the shadows people now. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's fine. Be nice to have it. Okay. I'll give you the copy right out of the file, fresh off the thing. Cinnamon hot nowhere. Okay, let me see if there's also the have you heard talk about the router sign-ins, about the routers being signed into? Because there are the router reports too in those files. No stains on bed despite sheet removal. Oh, they want the original version of Nate's security cam videos. Casbot, you okay, good. I appreciate your hours of it. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. A mattress protector, yeah, but I think there wasn't. I think what was on that was a mattress protector. I know, Casbot, but we always got to have the, negative Nellies and Nancy's and Nedricks. Okay, we'll check back tomorrow to see if anyone, can you tell me, Pisces, what that 5088 is? I really need to know what that is. Why was that number so important? Who was going to win from that? Were we in a group lottery? Because I missed out. The urine stain was in the carpet. What urine stain? Could it have been Dieter? Because he was leaving Dieter. Dieter must probably have an accident because the poor dog was so stressed and they were leaving him in and everything. The mattress protector was what remained. Yeah, right. The mattress authentic dry. That's what I thought. Authentic dry. The urine stain company. The urine stain company will be from dog. The urine stain company. What's the urine stain company? I wouldn't want to work for that company. On a side note, does anyone know what Nate does for a living? I'm just curious. I don't know, but I'm getting a feeling he works in IT, but I don't know. That's just a feeling I have. I have no idea. I have no idea. I could probably find out very easily. Oh, BBB has hand raised. Okay. Yes, BBB, you have your hand raised. What would you like? CW's been in the basement. I think all of their beds had mattress protectors because even Cece had a mattress protector, and then she had a Nate's an attorney, Heather? Nate, the next door neighbor, Heather, is an attorney? Dieter was probably crazy, but no, he was around. Where is the urine stain? That's what I want to know, Amy. I'm trying to find that out too. Clary T, I wouldn't bring that to the bank yet. The bed was clean. The bed was clean, but that was like a was that like a waterproof mattress? It looked like a waterproof mattress. It looked like you could wipe that clean. And there is that glove that, you know, Nate's. I'll get that to you, Alyssa. You can count on me. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Okay. Shannon could have fallen asleep on the sofa. That's why her phone was found on there. Frank said they would fall asleep on that sofa. Well, if you go through her old texts, she said one night that she kicked his ass out of bed because she wasn't going to sleep on the sofa again. So she has slept on the sofa, yeah. Bleach Teeth says, I'm willing to take one for the team. I seriously, I can't figure out how he could lift her into the car. I could sort of see essentially from the back of the truck to the front of the sheet. So what are you going to do? What are you going to take for the team? Is it more of that question? But this was nothing, but there was that glove. Maybe they wiped it down. Could somebody have gone in there and wiped the whole thing down? You're gonna go have somebody drag you in a sheet and see what happens to the sheet? Is that what you're saying? If someone was in the car to help, the urine stain outside of the office. Okay, can I say something? Oh, Amy, you're not who said about the urine stain? Can we get a source on that? How come CW never mentioned sticking the hole? Right. Yeah, that whole confession nerdy, it was ridiculous. He didn't even mention moving the truck and said that he carried the girls way across there. And there's one video where it's just, come on. Boston Bleach Teeth, I don't know how he fit her in the back of the seat. You will go and you will go in a sheet and take one for the team? Okay, but who's going to pull you? You have somebody to pull you and then videotape it? Why doesn't the doorbell camera show him loading the bodies? Because it's probably he knew. Did you see when they came? He knew exactly where. He knew exactly where that camera went. He knew. He wasn't. Hi, mommy. Hi. This is why you like the channel? Thanks. See, everyone is wondering. Easily many would take that role to drag you in a sheet. If they live near you, Boston, yeah, they would. You've got to hook up. You know who lives, I don't know how close she lives to you, is Christina Nicole. Is she in tonight? She might be, I don't know. It would be an interesting video. I don't, you know, probably get a lot. No, Diane, you let them see that. Let them wonder. You ever see those things where they always think that the neighbor killed the wife? Even on Little House on the Prairie, they thought Nils Olson cut off the mother's head that time. Remember, everybody thought it was, but it was something else. See, you're not a joker like me, because I would be like, let the neighbors see. Let the neighbors see that and see what they say. Yeah? I don't know. And Addie is asleep. Oh, your little baby? Oh, okay. Good night, Addie. Oh, Christina's here. Christina, do you live near Boston Bleach? Would you drag her in the sheet? You've got to take into consideration that CW also worked out. Yeah, I do. I say he's a strong guy. I'm the one that's saying I think he could carry her. Team Phoenix, look who up. What's going on? What are we looking up? Does Christina work out? Oh, Christina, now there's stipulations in it, okay? Do you work out? She's coming by tomorrow, okay? Does she work out? I think Mommy was right. The kids were killed in the house. Cece was way too hyper to stay quiet. I think they were killed before Shannon got home and put under the basement steps. Very possible. Oh, Jenna's around too. She's Boston. She's south of Boston. Seems pretty risky to be dragging a body right. Maureen, is this your first time here? We're not scared of risk. If we're risk takers. Life's short, Maureen. What's going to happen? They're not really dragging a dead body. She'll jump out of the sheet. She's alive. There's no trouble anyone's going to get in, right? It's all for an experiment. He admitted he couldn't carry her and dragged her down the stairs. That's what poor Bella had to watch, poor baby. I don't believe that version of the story. So I think he killed the children before Shannon. I think he did too. When you look at his words, that he couldn't turn back. When you hear him say that if he had only gone to that game, a switch would have went off, and it all went down. It all went down Sunday night with the kids. So I truly believe that. That's why he talks so strongly about that. And that he had to, there was no other choice. He had to, because she'd get up and see her children dead. Wow, we are dropping facts now. What are we doing, Crosshatch? I don't get it. No, she wasn't playing dead. What's going on with Team Phoenix and Crosshatch? Are you guys here scouting for another channel or something? What's going on? Because it's getting real weird now. No time, just a gut feeling. I think the news story, you think it's some sort of a game? Oh, Kathy Ann, yeah, I'm going to post it. I will. I think his father protecting him. No, you guys have got me wrong. We're talking about two different things. Boston Bleach Teeth wants to do an experiment. We're talking about they're going to reenact something. You're mixing up the two things. You always like to chase. You always like to chase your facts. No, I dropped one video. That was it, Team Mommy. What? You dropped one? I don't know what you're talking about, Crosshatch. You're losing me here. Didn't they do a sexual? They did. They took swabs, Jenna, of even the little girls. Yep. But then what can explain the little shadows? First of all, they're not little. Okay, Elias, there's only one. Those videos are looped, and it's not two shadows. It's only one. It's only one. And people have given a lot of other reasons. Time-wise, he couldn't have killed the kids at the site. Everyone needed to be ready to be disposed of based on how much time he came, how much time, right? Hi, Granny, Gia. I feel Summer making senseless comments on purpose. You're totally right, Kelly. Yes, there are many who are making comments like that on purpose. Thank you so much, Shyla Rose. They did do a sex test on her, but yeah, Chris didn't finish to leave DNA. I don't think they had sex, Clarity. I don't think so. Crosshatch, I don't know what you're saying. Mommy, you solve a murder case, but stuck with chat. Now you know how we feel? Where did I solve a murder case? I don't know what is going on. I think he had done it before he gave Shannon. She didn't take insulin, Granny Gia. She didn't take insulin. Didn't the dogs go in there? Didn't the dogs go in where, Starling? No. I haven't seen any pictures of the inside of the refrigerator. I've been telling you guys that. Shannon was 147 and 5'5". I'm confused too, Amy. I don't know what's going on here. Thank you so much, Black Rose. I keep thinking of this pink flower as chlamydia. She was asleep when he strangled her. She would have kicked his ass. Yeah, the shadows under the car were his legs. I saw the video. I wish Twisted True Crime was here so she could verify. Dang, why did Twisted True Crime have to go home to sleep? It's crazy. Only 3:53. Feels like she was ambushed. No sex. Yeah, I don't think she had any sex. I think she got in a sleeper hold. Yeah, definitely. What do we have? I'm really thinking now, man. Now the trolls are coming in. He could have knocked her down the basement steps. No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have knocked her down the basement steps. Shannon was 5'7" per her autopsy. What about the driver's license that we saw? Your spell check keeps changing what you're writing. I'm sorry, it could be something for my appearance in Elvis. Oh, I don't know, Boston Bleach Teeth. Some people were like freaking out that your neighbors would see, like you'd get in trouble. Like, I mean, I don't. What's to get in trouble? It's a free country. You're not dead. I think the ones asking like very weird things, and I don't know what. Okay, crosshatch. I have no idea. I didn't solve any murder, so I don't know. Thanks, Linda Hunt. Her dad even said in his interview that he didn't believe she would just lie there. Yeah, she wouldn't. She would never have lied there. I'm not going to really. I know, Christina. It's ridiculous. Yeah, there is some weird chat going on, Team Phoenix. That's for sure. My neighbors would be all over this. They know me pretty well. Yeah, my neighbors, like, first of all, I don't have many neighbors, but even if somebody saw me, they wouldn't, I don't know. Because they're gonna, I mean, you're probably gonna be talking in the sheet, you're probably gonna be laughing or something, something's gonna go on. Christina's gonna be telling you a joke or so, I don't know, they reminding you about the chlamydia. There's gonna be something that's gonna show that, even if you try to be like that, wait, I don't know. And then there's somebody taking the video, and why would anybody be taking a video if it was really happening, right? No, not gonna. It's gonna be fine. I think in the basket in her closet, what she was wearing. I have 785 chats. Yeah, well, yeah, it's gotta have a few monkey wrenches in this. It goes against instinct not to struggle. Yeah, right. Sometimes though, Yvonne, sometimes some people like pretend that they're killed, those that, and just like pretend, and then maybe the person takes their hands off them, because I have seen that. You was in Elvis protecting my mommy. Oh, you were over there protecting me? Boston, did you hear my threat? Did you listen to the guy? Maybe you can solve that. Gotta go to work. You do, Lynette? All right. You have a good day, Lynette. Have fun at work. It's going to be a whodunit because Chris is taking whole blame to keep him from a trial. I wondered about her being a bit knocked out if she fell down the basement. And it was easy for her to get. I think, though, there'd be a lot of blood if you start doing that because, I don't know, like even her nose or something. I think that you'd be chancing a lot of blood. And then I think if she fell down the basement stairs, she'd have a lot of bruising. Don't you think so? Because brick wall, he's covering up for somebody. Wasn't the fitted sheet in the trash? I don't remember if it was the fitted one or the flat one, but it's in the video. I think the fitted one is the one. I don't know. I think the fitted one was at the place. Thought that guy was calling you sounded young. You thought he sounded young, Joe? I think he sounded rageful, didn't he? We should tell Chris Watts. That's rage. Nate's video slowed down. It looked like it was slightly shorter, stockier person with white tennis shoes. Okay, well, I'll put up the real video for you, and then you can see it. You're making some toast. Okay. I think he threw a trash bag over her and smothered her, and then he put another one over her feet. Your neighbors have cameras and motion lights? The motive was greed and lust. Vile creature. It only takes seconds to knock someone out while they're unconscious, then he finished the job. Flat ones in the trash, Joe? That's what I thought. Okay, so she was in the fitted one. Can we use technology to see? I don't know. Good. Also, your caller sounded. Good. Also, my caller sounded. Michael Kelly, they said, was in some accused group, and I think he was writing some posts and things about that had to do with NK, and that's why they asked her about him. So those guys are in those groups and stuff. I can't believe across the street neighbors didn't have cameras. There was other cameras. There are files, Hot Pink, but they just didn't pick anything up. There are some other security cameras that are in the DA's files. Shannon had no contusions, right? Authentic Audra. Yet CW states in the second interview, he pulled her out of the truck and he placed her on the ground, right? I don't even know if he said plate, right? He was like, I just put her there. It didn't sound very. Big ones from Home Depot, Boston bleach. I don't know if I can bag your head. But do you guys believe that he put the bags on her? Are you going to do it with the bags? Are you going to do one with the bags and one without? You probably should do one with and one without. Because he didn't say he didn't specify in his second story whether he dragged her with the bags or he put them on later. He didn't even mention the bags until they did. I really think he's lying about the bags. I think the bags are for the girls. I don't think he was, no, you know what, Sarah? I don't think he was taking drugs. He's very infantile. Okay, Black Rose. He is so lying about those bags, Brandy said. Betty had a CCTV. I think he banged her in the sheet. I think the new interview is kind of awful. The police kept talking for him. I know, that was ridiculous. But you know, maybe they were doing that for a reason. Maybe they were giving him the story that was a lie. Maybe they knew everything was the truth, so they figured if he just went with this story that they were feeding him and he agreed to that, then they would know for sure he was lying. Maybe they had certain things that they knew. It could be a whole nother angle. And so they tried to get him to admit to something that was just so totally far from it, so that they would say, well, he's a liar. I don't know. You never know with it. Are oncoming car, what? Any oncoming cars? I don't know, I have to take a look. Do you believe he had and with others? No, I don't think he had any other affairs or anything. I think she was the only one. That would be a tactic, Mommy. Let them talk and don't tell them what you know. If they were leading him, but were they leading him with the opposite, but just to see if he'd latch onto it? You know, they might have been doing some experiments on him. Jim is a geologist, and apparently he worked on an oil rig in North Dakota with Nicole. I don't think they were taken off guard by his confession. Without a lie detector, yeah, Jeff, I know. I never knew Betty had a cam. I have to go back to see what Betty has to say about that. If you Google his address and look the neighbor across the street on the side, on the front, you see it? Jim's a great guy. You know, Sassy, they who knows what they're doing? I mean, to put the girls with Shannon. Yeah, but maybe, I don't know. That whole thing is just so. He told Tammy she could have lied about something else, and he would have went in it. Wait, he told Tammy she could have lied about something else? Oh, Tammy. Yeah, gotcha. I've got a feeling that some people on here. Oh yeah, Leanne, there are trolls. Yes, there are trolls. Trolls down in Whoville, because they can't take it. I believe NK has moved to Casper, Wyoming. And they were called to Wyoming? Where did you see that? Even if he had taken drugs. NK's. Boston Bleach Chief, you are not blocked. Do not believe trash bags are placed on her at all whatsoever. Easy to tell listening to him in the interview. Among many others, he was lying about the trash bags. Yeah, I think so too. He didn't even remember them. Oh, 2 trash bags? Oh, yeah. We got him trolling. What was that commercial? What was that? Don't tell me. Rolling. But that wasn't the gravy train. Was it gravy train? Keep those something rolling. What was that? Now you can tell me. Was it a dog food? Why am I thinking dog food? Remember gravy train? The little wagon would come to the kitchen and the dog would go. Rawhide thing? I don't think so. Rawhide? No, I'm talking rawhide. I have to look that one up. I don't. I thought it was a commercial for something else. Keep those doggies rolling. But it was rawhide? I don't know. I don't think lying was easy for him. Okay, Linda. Did they do DNA on this? But I don't know. Linda, they kept a lot. It was gravy train. See, it was. There's no evidence of NK being involved, so really, everything is just speculation. Her first story cleared anyway, so why would he change his story? Because they were looking into her then. They were definitely looking into her more. You're well aware, but it's me. What Boston Bleach Teeth? I have to dig a hole this weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dana. Also, Walmart with the little Emoji. Rolling back the prices. That's what it was. That's it. That's it. That's it too, right? Because they sang that too, right? Yep. 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 Good night, Chastity. He was born a liar, Mystery Baker said. Good morning from Alabama. Good morning, Jason Hancock. Why would he continue to protect her if she was involved? Because he said in his interview something, at least she's on the outside. That's kind of a weird thing. If she was innocent, where else would she be? Okay, dog food. It might have been both things, and then Walmart bought the rights to it. I don't know. He was living months, literally lying every single day to Shannon about where he was, who he was with, what he was doing. He was living a life of lies. He probably doesn't even know anymore what's to tell the truth, right, G-Maps? Heather, she lives in Evansville as a teen. So that would be Casper High School. Wait, what's going on? Trent's dad. Where are we getting this information from, Cinnamon Hot Hut? Who lived in Evansville as a teen? I don't think you should say Rose. Too confusing. Good night, T. Harrison. Wagon Wheels Biscuits advertisement with Rollin' in UK. Do you think he had threats against his family? No. I wonder if Chris is wanting his mommy now. I doubt it, Jason. He didn't want her to. He didn't even want her to come down when Daddy came down. And she said that in the interview. She said, "Should I come down?" He said, "No, you stay." Nate told Frank Sr. that Washington was, yeah, nerdier because that would the alarm wouldn't. I mean, that monitor wouldn't go off when the garage door opened and closed. They could get in and go out very easily. It was for his cheating ways. Now that song stuck in your head. Okay, well, think of me. Oh, Dylan, Mommy Ramblings, Boston Bleach Teeth is just kidding about asking if she's blocked all the time. Oh, okay. She's just trouble. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, no time. I'm starting to think. Boston Bleach Teeth. Rose, Boston. I was all of these, but one getting blocked in Elvis. He finally caught on. Huh. Okay. No one pleads guilty that fast, and he even had to wait a while. Oh, Christina, someone had sent, before you came, we were reading emails. We were going through email questions, and somebody said that they thought this guy, Elvis Travels, could be the person that was calling me. So then somebody said, no, I know Elvis Travels, and he is a troll, and he is annoying, and might be dangerous or something like that, but I don't think he's who called you. And then he lives in an RV or something, and he is an Elvis impersonator, which I don't think that guy that called me sounds at all that he could be an Elvis impersonator. Usually Elvis impersonators are pretty friendly kind of guys, you know? We once had somebody that made an announcement in Walmart, and he kept making them like Elvis. It was hysterical that one night. But yeah, they're usually pretty friendly guys. That's a good crime book. Has there ever been an impersonator? Now, wouldn't that be something that my friend would say, see, you need to write short stories. That's what she always says to me when I come up with these scenarios. But just listen to me. Wouldn't that be it? If somebody was an impersonator, right? And then they committed these murders, well, who did it? Some guy that looked like Elvis. And he travels in an RV, so he could go different places and do that. You know, and then maybe he could be with a Joan Rivers impersonator, and Who else is a big person? You know, who else that gets really got Elvis? You got there's Joan Rivers. There's who else? I also thought of something else. When I power washed my deck, I always thought that if somebody killed someone, power washing would be a good cover up. You know, because it's just your power. I don't know. That's when my friend told me I should just write a short story. Who's using bad language? Shame on you with the bad language. I don't know. I think these things come to me, right? But think about it. Elvis and RV, that's a good story, right? Going around the country as a serial killer. You should write these and read. I know. It just came to me, Brandy, because at first they're telling me like he's a kind of an angry guy, but they don't think he would do this. And then it just all started to pop up. I don't know. Who did it? Elvis. I think some guy that looked like Elvis, and that would be really good if he really did a good Wayne Newton. Did it? Yeah, Wayne Newton. Who else do they have impersonators of? Has anyone read the book yet? Yeah. Are you? That I guess you mean you're not up to date yet. I need to copyright that, right? That would be good. We should all do it. We should all. Wouldn't that be great? We could all get involved in the project, and then sell it somewhere, and then we could all have a big convention somewhere, and they'd say, "Look what we did when we were playing drama. We wrote this big elaborate story, and then somebody wrote the screenplay, and yeah." Well, right now, Karen, I'm about Elvis and the RV, the serial killer. It would make an amazing story because everybody would have a different idea. We'd probably have a screenwriter. I'm glad you did too, Starlight. Can somebody please tell me how to get a pic on YouTube? So you just click on your faceless person and it should say change photo or upload a photo. Then you click on it and then you can go on your computer and get a photo. Yeah, Sandy. I've been told that. It's 8 o'clock. Frank Sinatra. But you know, Frank Sinatra, I just have to say, do you need like a lot of people that are Frank Sinatra probably they don't use a wig. Maybe they do, but maybe they don't. But I think Elvis is great because you got that big wig of black hair, and that's good. Like I was going to say, if he really goes to town on his makeup with the glasses, and if he's not a fat Elvis, that would even be better if he had like a little bit of a fat suit, but he was a really skinny guy. If he looked very, like if he was just able to put this makeup on that really made him look like Elvis, but without the makeup, he didn't look like Elvis at all. And I definitely think he'd have to wear some type of a fat suit and be a very, very thin guy that you would never think is Elvis for it to work. And then we could have scenes of him going like to a diner in the morning and the people at the diner saying, "Did you hear what happened?" And somebody killed again. I think it's, and then he would talk to the waitress or something and say, "Oh my gosh, you know, that would be good." Oh, okay. Goodbye, trees. I'm sorry, your coffee break ended. You wish you could send me music? You could send me music. You could send it to me at my email address. You could send me an MP3 file. I should write that? Sure. We could have like a writing, like when you get the guests, people can talk. Where were we all? What? No, it's a idea for a story, Mrs. T, having a serial killer that's an Elvis impersonator that drives an RV and travels around the country. And then he's really good at his makeup because maybe he was a former makeup artist, right, for the stars or something. And that's how he got really into Elvis. And he knows a lot about makeup. And he's very, very thin. He's scrawny and he wears a fat suit. So when he's out of the Elvis makeup and the hair, he doesn't look anything like Elvis. And then he would go into a diner and he'd talk to the waitress We'd have to get one of those, you know, the real waitress ladies. You know who I'm talking about, right? They always just so comforting because they worked at the diner for years. A lot of times they got hair sprayed heavily on their head, right? And they'll always like be like, don't get that, don't get that, no, don't get that. But if we had him talking to one of those ladies, kind of like a Flo from Alice, right? Remember Flo? Kiss My Grits from Alice. Hello, Queen Bee. If he was talking to one of those and order crispy fried, I'm kind of thinking in the morning that it would be hash browns. And he'd ask her, are they real hash browns or are they, you know, and she'd be like, no, honey, real hash browns. And they'd hit it off a little bit. You remember those waitresses, right? And then she'd say, you hear that? They found another one on the river bank. And he'd act all concerned and everything. I think so, yeah. What would you, I don't know. What would you name it? I don't know. The Elvis. It would have to probably be a pun on something of Elvis. So you couldn't have, you know, Elvis has left the building, but Elvis has left his mark. Elvis leaves. I don't know. It's a lot of thinking about that one. Like Gacy is a clown, but Elvis is Elvis. Lots of bacon fat. Yeah, and the funny thing is, Mr. Pinkle, he's very, very thin. He's so thin, but he has the fat suit. And we'd have to have that. He worked in Hollywood, so he did get props like the hats, the fats, you know, the fat suit and other things, makeup and chin, you know, like he had prosthetics too. He had to have prosthetics because his face has to be completely different. Elvis left a body. That's good, Brenda. See, this is why we have to have a collaboration. Elvis left a body again, and then he'd have to have a ... again. Joan Lard. Yes, Joan, did you miss the assignment that Dylan assigned? Dylan had us gave us an assignment. Maybe you missed it. And then she said once we compiled the whole list and then we did it on a live, we could. I don't know, somebody's saying something, Joan. Suspicious. Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one too. I'm trying to concentrate. Thank you so much, Joan. But we're doing that, Joan. Rest aside, you're just going to have to catch up. You just got here. You have to catch up. We have an assignment. Dylan, the one with the wrench, she said we were doing the readings of the questions that you guys missed. She gave us an assignment, and here's the assignment in a nutshell. You have to take facts from the evidence that we have, any of NK's, and it's all about NK because Dylan's really, I didn't post it yet. No, not yet. But I told people in here so they could get started on it. Joan missed it. That they would go and through the interviews, through the transcripts, anything that's factual about NK, and you would write down what are these facts that heartbreak. Yeah. It's there. I don't know how we couldn't do it. It's there. Okay. So I'm keep getting off track now. You're going to get the assignment, okay? Because Joan knows she's not going to get back on track yet. You're just going to write down facts in there that why you think, if you think NK did it, and if you think she didn't do it, you could do that too. Whether you think she did it or not, and then the facts there that you found, okay? So you do that. You make a list. And then we're going to read it on a live. And then Dylan said we can come up with a master list that we could send to the CBI. There could be a cookbook in it too. That would be another good point of it, right? Because people like us, we get hungry when you're reading that kind of stuff. You could have a murder mystery party where you read some of that book and make a snack. He'll be doing the Jailhouse Rock. Yeah, it could be have little puns in there. Yeah, there's a lot there. That Elvis is a cookbook, right? Mystery, murder, and a cookbook. Because Elvis liked a lot of comfort food, so it wouldn't be, you know, a stretch. Jailhouse snacks. It's really a good angle, you know? It is, Yvonne, right? We should all get in on it and That would be funny. They'd be like, who wrote the book? Everybody over here. Elvis blinds his victims with his bling. Yeah, they're just so taken away because most people think they're nice guys. Like if I saw an Elvis impersonator coming towards me, you know, I don't know, right away I think he's a nice guy. Could maybe be bunch of Elvis all working in cahoots as serial killers to mix it up in fat suits. Could be. And like I said, there could even be an accomplice that's Joan Rivers impersonator, or I was trying to think of some others that could be working together. That so everybody, yeah, I don't know, but I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to look up some of the what other female impersonators do we have besides like Joan Rivers? Oh, you've missed a bit. We're on the Elvis murders now. Fried peanut butter sandwiches, yeah. Vicky Z, why is your name highlighted? Just trying to figure out how to do it. You know what, Sandy, they're not us. Drag queens, Cher's a good one. Tina Turner, maybe Tina Turner because that stupid comment. Someone maybe that's like that's what we should get. Tina Turner would be a good one, right? Barbara Streisand, I don't know. There's not. Is there a lot of like Cher? You could put on some big makeup, right? Black wig. You really want to get something to hide. They can hide behind, and Joan Rivers is good, and what was it? Dolly Parton. That's a good one, especially if you get a very slight woman playing Dolly Parton, right? Liza Minnelli, like in Arrested Development, right? But you'd have to really. Marilyn Monroe is good. You want something. Lady Gaga is good, kind of. Boy George, yeah. Good. Which video was that? BRB. Madonna, Shirley. Let's see. Seriously, should be a comedy. It could be. It could be a dark comedy, right? Which is that dark comedy? Isn't there? It's almost like that Serial Mom. Did you watch that Serial Mom? That was a dark comedy. I mean, you laughed through a lot of that, and she was a serial killer, right? It could be something like that. You have a good point. You have a good point. Because you don't want it to bring in, because we need to laugh once in a while, you know? So that would be good to have a dark comedy. I could see some guy from Parks and Recreation playing in it. Yeah, see, I couldn't watch that Santa Clarita Diet. Once I saw her drinking that blood, I was literally throwing up. I couldn't watch that one. But Serial Mom, I couldn't. She had like somebody's liver stuck on her shoe. Melissa McCarthy's a good one too, because you could get a very skinny person doing that, and that would be totally different. You know, RuPaul. There are some funny people here, yeah. But I think a dark comedy is the way to go with that. Dark comedy. Serial Mom, right? It's funny, and yeah. Ooh, what's that on my? Oh, that and the neighbor. That wasn't that neighbor. That was the perfect neighbor, wasn't that the one that you've got a little duty on your shoe or something? And then remember that? And she's like wiping it off in the school, and it's somebody's liver. Yeah, right, right. Media's kind of yeah. Yep. Church lady saying, "Isn't that special?" Camping, right? And like talking to the other families. That would be funny, right? I have no. Oh, just talking about a dark comedy that we're thinking of writing. I think it would be really funny. Probably be like, and they would take turns. I think it would be better if they did travel in that RV, because if you had Elvis doing it every time, it's too easy. So they would have Elvis do it in one city, and then Joan Rivers, and they would never like let themselves be seen out together. They would go out together out of costume all the time. But when they're in costume, they're never seen together. And they'd have to go to towns. They'd have to do it in towns that have casinos or big blockbuster things where they would have these impersonators. I mean, they wouldn't be in like some farm town in Ohio because they'd stick out like a sore thumb. Like in Vegas, they'd be a dime a dozen. Like which Elvis impersonator, right, did it? So they'd have to travel around like that. The homework is finding out, that listing whether you think NK did it or she didn't, based on the information that we have, the interviews, the discovery. Has to be a factual based thing that you're pulling out of there to support your theory, and make a list of as many things as you can. Send them to me in an email with the subject line NK assignment. John Denver is in the Colorado connection. What's the Colorado connection? Oh, Angelina, a lot. The Elvis Chapel murders. We might have to change the, if we go with more than one, we might have to change, sad, but we might have to, we could have chapters. That's what we could do. We might have to change the total title of it, because if we use more impersonators, but we could have their chapters that they're doing the killing. Elvis's chapters could be each name something, you know? I don't know if they have any Edith Bunker. We have to look at what's headlining in Vegas. Where's Jessica? Yeah, she knows usually, but let's check out who's headlining in Vegas. Liberace, yeah, that's a good one. Maybe the Kiss guys. Do the Kiss guys? They have like a Kiss band. That, yeah, they're in heavy makeup. Yeah, yeah. Liberace would be fun. Yes, lots of sparkles. See, they'd probably get jealous, him and Elvis, on the costuming. You're in Vegas, so who, Alyssa, who are the impersonators there that are hot? There's a lot of them. Liberace, yeah, right? What sort of people are they murdering? I don't know, but it's going to be a dark comedy, so it's not going to be. Maybe they just pick like a I don't know, maybe like somebody, like they'll pick somebody that's like a nuisance, maybe like a litterer, or somebody that does something that they don't like. It's like a tiny thing that you wouldn't normally murder them for. I don't know, what are little pet peevey things? They murder people in chat rooms. No, I think it would just be for like, so, because wasn't that Serial Mom? She was murdering people for silly things, right? People that didn't recycle. You see, it's got to be something funny like that. You don't want to overthink it. Maybe like people that cross the without putting on their blinker, something like that. So it's got to be something like that. Jolene, yeah, the jaywalker, right? They have found evidence. Yeah, that's what I mean. She killed people that just, their parking spot, right? Because you got to keep it funny. What trophy are they taking? What are you talking about? Catastrophe? Murder people who ask for a quarter? Put the whites with the colors in the washer. But that would probably be like a family member. How about those? Oh, how about that? We're germaphobes, so it could be all germy things that we don't like. That would be good, right? Germy things like people that sit next to you on an airplane and they're sick. People that go to the office and they're sick as a dog. People that don't wash their hands and they come out of the bathroom. We could tie that all in. Yeah, I don't know, Lisa. Carrot Top, Donnie and Marie, yeah. White shoes and off season. But they say that that doesn't hold anymore. That white, I don't know, that pussy willow, right? Yeah. hmm People that pick their nose, yeah. Right? There's a lot of people to get up on the stage. Yeah. Where'd they all come from? No, sure. No shoes in the house. You need to just really think about a lot of makeup. Yeah, we're writing a book, and it's a screenplay. It looks like it's going to be a dark comedy. Right. Yeah. I know there's other people that bother me. I think. Oh, the cashiers that I told you that lick their fingers and lick the bags. Staying at a shelter or using a community shower is crazy. Is that for the book or what's going on with that? Wire hangers in the closet. How about people that attend their shows and don't clap? Yeah, could be, Lizzie. 50 Shades of people who talk loudly on the phone. Yeah, or talk in the movies. Talk in the movie theater, probably. Write a movie like The Perfect Murder. We're going more for a dark comedy. Mm-hmm. Bunch of impersonators in an RV. Chef who prepares food. Am I missing something? That's not exactly. She said that there was a truck there or a deli worker who wears gloves. Oh, isn't that gross? Yeah. And I've seen workers, I'm not kidding, that went in the bathroom with plastic gloves on and came out. How disgusting is that, right? Disgusting. You had a teacher that would lick her finger. Oh, yeah, I know. I love it here. I mean, there's a lot of people like that, Christina. There's people that lick their fingers and they're counting money. When anybody, like, do you know when they used to have price matching and you actually got a flyer? You didn't have a smartphone. You actually put a flyer into Target or something to price match, and it never failed. They would lick their fingers, and I'd go, "Oh, you could just keep that. Just keep that flyer. I don't need it now. Just match the price, and I'm good to go." First time I thought you were trying to show me something. What did Black Rose do? Anna Nicole Smith is a good one, yeah. Our killer could go after anti-vaxxers, starting with McCarthy. This is, well, probably a bunch of people will come to me at night and I'll think, oh wow, could be him. I think she could have just been in shock. Putting your cigarette out in the Las Vegas Boulevard. Almost got it. But you have to be sure to put their name and exact. Oh, you're talking about that. Okay. When people pull, yeah, their bra, yeah. And think about the strippers. Where they're putting money. You're just new here. Do you still think the girls were gone at the oil? No, at home, Anna. I think they were killed at home. On Mommy, I had a waiter on Valentine's Day. It was like 40 degrees and paper tablecloths, and his sweat was all over the paper. And I had to imagine what ended up in my lasagna. We didn't eat. Eesh. It's like killer clowns. Yeah, but clowns, you have to be careful with clowns. Because some people are really, really scared. I think that's why with the impersonators, you're going to have a little bit more of a funny angle. And you know what else would be really good? Why it really should be written in the group? If we're going to go around the country, you always write about what you know, right? So, and I don't mean that we're serial killers. We know that because we study it so much, right? Something we're interested in. But we all live in different parts of the country. So, I mean, if they were in Utah and I've never been to Utah, I'm not going to write authentically about Utah. But then one of you been to Utah, so you're going to know exactly what, you know. So that's why it's great that we're all over the place. We could even make it internationally. And I don't know how they're going to take the RV internationally, but we're going to have to figure that out because we've got a lot of international people, you know. Kill people that leave the dog in the car and steal the dog, yeah. Black crows, clowns. Do you like Lisa? I had to look away through some bits, but he's a good actor. Do you like Lisa? Who's Lisa? They kill people who are heckling at their show. Yeah, or people that are on the cell phone during the show and won't stop it and won't turn it off. Jules, I literally said the same thing yesterday. Don't use the churn single, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. A Wonder Woman impersonator who does kids' parties and kills pushy parents with her lasso of truth. Sorry. It's a little bit, could be a little sad there then, though, if it's the kid's parent and then they're like, Mommy, Mommy. You know, I don't know. You have to, that has to be real careful, Casbah, because then you could have people crying instead of laughing. I don't know. Yeah, kids. You're better off getting really horrible adults and doing that, you know. Even adults that are hurting animals, like somebody said, yeah. $6.44. Mommy. Oh, I'm sure I look wonderful. I can't even see what I look because I'm just looking at chat. Couldn't have a piñata at that party. It could get messy. Yeah. No, lived in Utah. Vigilante. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot there to work with, I think. There's definitely room. You know what? There's definitely room for sequels if we can get them out of the first thing. You always have to have one that's caught or something, right? One will have one that you get rid of right away or something that gets caught. Then they can always pick up another one. But if we can get them out of the first one, then we can have a sequel. And maybe that's when they can go international. That sounds like a good idea, right? And then they could just fly over to Europe or wherever they go and then get an RV once they get there. And then they might think they got their person because they only got Joan Rivers or what. Yeah, but then, you know, I think that has a lot of people who share, yeah, people who share those things that are not supposed, that are ridiculous to share. People that get on the express line with more than 10 items. Name it. I'm going back to see. Okay. Please don't clean my shoes. Miss Plan B, White Queen, please don't clean my shoes. San Diego, so that's good. I mean, they drive you crazy. The trick to start at the end of the story and work forwards. Okay. So then we would know that they're all going to be boarding a plane, right? They'll be at the airport at the end of the first, and one of them, maybe two of them, you know what, we could pick ones that we really don't like that we have to kill out off or that get caught. Ones we don't like, we can get rid of them. You're going to want the main characters to stay in there for the second part. Yeah. So they could get like three of them maybe along the way. And that's how the other ones got away with it so much, because they kept thinking the other one did it. You just came back from the ER. Your daughter's 31. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my gosh, VS, are you kidding? Your 33-year-old son had a heart attack? How is he doing now? And then your 31-year-old's having some kind of a heart problem? Oh my goodness. I'll keep them in my prayers. That's scary. Do they know what it is with your daughter? Is she having chest pain? Is that what's going on? How was her EKG? Was that abnormal? Could it be anxiety? Your son's okay? Lots of meds? Oh, she had the elevated enzymes? Oh, well, let us know how she's doing. Wow. How many people can get? Did you watch what? I must have missed something over there. Yeah, Lori, at some point, I have to figure out this software. That's where I'm you know, if someone said, oh, when are you going to make your yeah, I'll make a video, and as soon as I can get this software, I'm just going racking my brain most of the day with software and stuff. What about Rosie McDonald? And, Oprah, you could have Oprah. There's another one. Oh, that's nice, Marital. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Wildlife. Had to leave your dentist because his breath was so bad? Really? You think you had arrhythmia from lupus starting at 33? Sorry to hear that. Sandy Mac, I do. No, I should start a conspiracy. You guys should all do it too. Did you see that Mommy Ramblings? I don't think she's real. I think she's a robot. She never sleeps. No, she doesn't. She says she sleeps. But I found her on Facebook, and we talked the whole night, and then she was back. That would be a good conspiracy, right? No, didn't sleep. I swear I saw some wires coming out of it. I think she had a charging port too. She was plugged in at one point because she was trying to make it inconspicuous. She was like, I can't get up right now. I'm in plug. No, I'm not. We never sleep either, right? Then we could start a real conspiracy theory. I don't think any of them can. I think they're all aliens. I think they're robots. They're trying to take over everything. Right, that's what I mean. I think she had that. I think that's why that Alexa and her were getting along really well. Oh my gosh. That's what we should do for April Fools, all of us. Do it all on YouTube. Can you imagine that one? I saw her charging port. Right. Multiplicity. She's been cloning. Jimmy has been cloning. He's doing experiments in the garage. He's been cloning her. Don't you know? She never looks tired because she's a machine. Oh, yeah, you'll have a rambling time. No time. We could work something like the Thrive patches into it or something. Because everybody always asks me if I'm wearing Thrive patches. You don't know how many emails I get about Thrive patches. What, did you ask me something, No Time? It would be nice for her to answer me now. Answer you, No Time? Stepford wife, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. I think there's a lot. I don't know. Jimmy are the same person. She gets stressed. I had a bunch of Thrive. You never tried it, Jules? You never even tried it one time? I know a lot of people that saying they wanted to try it because they said if they got the energy that it said, they were going to try it. Would email? Yeah, I haven't. Natalie, I hardly get on Facebook anymore. I feel bad because I'm hardly ever on Facebook yet. To the true crime chat would be the best thing. The truecrimechat.org, Carolyn. Put 3 on it. Somebody was saying that, Jessica. They were like, because somebody was saying how, like, was it bad? And then somebody saying, where can I get those? I need to clean my house. I need to get ready for company. I have to do this. I need to get some of those. What's going on? What's going on, No Time? Who's nasty? What's going on? I'm missing something. I'm lost. Who's putting in any time? I don't understand what's going on. I don't know. Just getting, I'm a government plant, yeah. It'll be good for the conspiracy people. You tried Thrive Boston Bleach Teeth? Did it work on you? Did you see any difference at all? You're blocked, really? Because you get blocked for that if you talk about that, honey? For 30 days, really? $50 is the new $30. $30 is the new $20. 30 is the, you can't. $50 is the new $30. 30, you can't go any lower than $20, even though it's not equal. Yeah. Who blocked you? Facebook blocked you? No time. What's your question? What's your question? I was asking Mommy Ramblings. I'm not sure why you had to, if she did. I haven't seen a question, no time, but you have to remember how many people are in the room, and the chat goes very quickly, and everybody's talking about different things. You have to have tough skin to be in here. 50 is the new 30. That made your day? Yeah. My son even told me that. He told me 30 is the new 20 or 50. Yeah. Pitbull said, I believe 40 is the new 30, and you're a rock star. Is that what he said? Yeah. I've been called worse. Gee, if you listen to my death threats, I've been called much worse. She had palpitations on him. Some people are highly sensitive to caffeine. I wonder, I'm not highly sensitive to caffeine. I bet you I'm one of those people that I wouldn't feel any difference. Mommy Ramblings, I'm not whining here. I'm responding to somebody who was pretty nasty just because I asked you a question. Okay, what was the question though? Just ask me and I'll try to look for it if you ask it fast. They really blocked you? Hi? Do you get a little notice that say you can't post on Facebook for 30 days? I've never seen that. Yeah, right, Natalie? Right. I've always been like that, Jessica. People would be like, you're having coffee that late? I'm like, I'll take this sleep like a baby. So I think it probably wouldn't even do a thing for me. And I think maybe, you know, thanks, Hot Pink. No thin skin here. You can't have it. There's too many of us in this family. No time. It's hard to be seen. Try not to lose your temper. It's the best way for a coffee drinker. Drink it through a straw, and we talked about that in the beginning, though we wouldn't do it. You'll look silly, but that's what they're doing. You're sensitive? Well, yeah, then I wouldn't. If you're sensitive, I wouldn't try it. Then you wouldn't want to do that. You felt wired on it, but does caffeine affect you a lot? That should be, somebody should have that as an assignment. Find out the Thrive people and the ones that said that they got wired, or what is their normal tolerance to caffeine. Don't make Hasbach get the chlamydia out. Now you have to go get coffee, Ruby. I'm waiting for No Name's question. I know, authentic Audra. I don't know. That's crazy. No, I don't think they'll rebrand. Boston Bleach Teeth. My friend's teen was pissed. She put a video of her on her Facebook, and she was reported, and she was in Facebook jail for 2 weeks. Oh. It's ridiculous for you to tell me about my temper when I'm simply report. But no time. You're not asking the question. I'm waiting for your question. If you're going to ask the question, because I'm going to sign off very soon here, and I'm just waiting for your question, but now you're responding back to somebody, so it makes it sound like I don't know. People with ADHD can drink too. Yeah, that's, well, I don't have the HD, I have the ADD, but Jimmy drinks so much coffee and he has ADHD. He says it affects him, but it doesn't really. I'm sure you've said this many times, but could I hear your top 3 reasons you think that, okay, other than because, well, it has to do with, first of all, what he said. It has to do with that in what he said, there was premeditation that I see, okay? So then he said, very important, that if he had only not gone to that game, not if he had gone to the game with Jeremy, then this whole thing could have been stopped because the switch could have been turned off in his head, switch could have been turned off in her head, which makes it sound, after spending the entire month of July with her, that she gave him an ultimatum, okay? She spent that entire month of July. Now the wife was coming back. She knew life was going to change. She didn't want that. And she wasn't going to wait around while he dragged his feet, and then she couldn't take it. He said he was already trying to talk her down off a wall, or whatever he said, off a ledge. So I think it heated up really bad, and she said, gave him the ultimatum that weekend, that I am not going to put up with her being in the house with you. This is it. You're going to do something or not. I'm not waiting around, and I'm going to, and that was it. And he had that ultimatum on him, and that's what made him flip out. And I think he thinks if he went to the game with Jeremy, it might have been a chance that it turned something. But then he says again to Coder that there was a point of no return for what he did, and he slips and he says, for what I did Sunday, I mean Saturday. And I think, no, he didn't really slip. He meant Sunday, because I think he killed the kids before she got home, and that made it so that he had to kill her. And so he had no choice. And when he kept saying there was no choice, he had to do it because there was no choice. Once she found out the kids were dead, he knew there was no going back at that point, and that's why. Okay. Uh-oh. You're causing trouble again, Boston bleach teeth? Doesn't make sense about killing girls. My hub's thought killing him at the field. I have a teeth whitener gel from Walmart. It's tooth bleach stronger. Great tip on the sensitive. Oh, thanks. Let's see. Is no time? Is he okay now? She, he, she. I don't know if it's he, she. They, but you would like to see her taking a lie detector. I don't think we use them in Ireland. Really? No? No polygraph in Ireland? I'll have to look that up. That'll be an assignment. She told him to. She also said there were times, Hot Pink, when he couldn't perform. Like he needed some ED meds. What happened? I'm missing. What's going on? Okay. All right, Kite Woman, Black Rose. I've used it too. Yeah, peppermint. Sheets in the kids' room. Okay. Can drink a pot of coffee and go straight to bed, right, Caroline? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, no time. You're welcome. All right, I am going to go to bed. I'm so glad you do that. Yeah, Yvonne, you can't please everybody. Then I have the ones that say, what are you going to do and I will go back to, I'll do the videos as soon as we get probably when we get into Freezy and a lot of stuff comes out, and then we'll do lives. But I think once we start getting guests on live, as soon as I figure out all this software, it's going to be really interesting too. And we're going to learn a lot. So we have a lot of interesting people in our community. A lot of retired detectives, law enforcement, all kinds. What did you say, Casbot? And she's a, what's she, a forensic psychologist? Yeah, we've got a lot of interesting people here. Okay. And a lot of you are really funny too. So it should be fun. All right. Dog would have said. Oh, Cinnamon Hot Hot. There was something where she said he couldn't perform. I forget which. Does it? If you, who knows the interview, he couldn't perform. Which was, I think, also the same time that she said that Shannon was belittling him and it hurt his ego. Well, what did that do? She told the whole world that he couldn't rise to the occasion. Oh my goodness. Okay. You emailed me? Okay. Which email? Did you use the True Crime chat? Have a good night. Oh, what the heck? You want to see that? I'll look it up and have a, I don't know. It's in one of her interviews. I know. I've heard it. I've talked about it. It's yeah, he couldn't, you know, he needed some ED meds, some Cialis or something. All right. Everybody have a good, thank you, mods. You're wonderful. All of you, Black Rose, Christina, Nicole, Dylan, Sharon. Who else did we have here tonight? I don't want to miss anybody. I did it. I don't know if any of the other mods were here, but Christina, I said you right. Okay. And then all of you for coming. I see all of you. Good night, VST. I'll keep you in my prayers there. All right. I hope they're okay. All right. Have a good one. Let me see how I get out of here. Oh, I've got to go from there. Okay. I'll be out of here in minutes. Elvis has left the building.